If I woke up today and Icon was gone, the brand that's almost doing $40 million a year was gone, if the team of 50 people was gone, what exactly would I do to get it all back? A lot of you guys asked me this on Instagram this week. Today I'm going to give you the exact blueprint. No fluff, just the raw operations and strategy I would use to rebuild from zero to my first 100K.
Good morning guys, Ruben Onua here, co-owner of fashion brand Icon, and today I have a very special video. I get so many times the question, Ruben, what would you do if you needed to start all over again? If the brand that you have that's doing almost $40 million in revenue would be gone, if all your employees would be gone, if all your side businesses would be gone, and you needed to start all over again from zero with the knowledge that I have today. So today I will give you guys the full blueprint, what I would do if I needed to start all over again in 2026 and how I would scale to my first 100K. Step one is the foundation and starting capital. Before I would straight get into work and trying to make money, I would set my mindset right, and how I would do that is with a strong routine. Every day I would wake up at 5 a.m. because the hunger would be so fucking big to make my first money again that you have to wake up early. Waking up early sets your mind right straight away from the moment you wake up. You wake up in the dark like me right now, and when you wake up in the dark, you feel that you're in front of everybody in this world, you know, because most people just wake up when they feel like waking up, like at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., some people even later. So if you wake up 5 a.m., you have so much time that nobody's bothering you, nobody's messaging you, maybe you're not even at work yet, and you have so much time to read, to journal, to work. So it's very important to set your mindset right and have the right routine, because to become successful, your routine is key. I remember the days that I was starting out with e-commerce, and every day I had the same routine. Every day I wake up early because I was so fucking hungry to make it, and these three things I did every day. Number one is journaling out of gratefulness. I still do that to this day, and it really sets your mind right for the day, because imagine when you're waking up, a lot of people jump into their phone, they jump into, I don't know, social media, other stuff. You're straight away with your head in other things and you are not focused. Instead of straight away jumping in your phone and checking social media of how other people living their life, you want to start with journaling, and especially journaling out of gratefulness. So you're going to write down like what you are grateful for, and that's also how I do it. So for example, let me start. Wrote this down and I feel very good, I feel very relaxed, and it gives me the power to crush this day, you know. Next to that, in my morning routine, I always pray, read one page of the Bible, or read like a other purposeful book. The other non-negotiable in the morning routine is of course going to the gym. I think it's best to do this in the morning, because once after you've trained, you have this very clear headspace and you're feeling amazing because you already did something hard in the morning. But it depends of course how your routine is. I also did before that I trained in the evening. But the reason why I prefer to train in the morning early is because it's really harder, and then you just have it done, you know, instead of that you need to train in the evening and that you need to push yourself after already a long day of working. So the morning training is always the best. And also it's always important to have your power list ready. So with the power list, you can write down 5 things that you really need to get done the next day, real non-negotiables. Things that I've wrote down is like journal and pray, gym, certain meetings that I need to do, work out this business strategy. And you always want to write out this the night before, not in the morning when you start with working, because then you're thinking, oh, what should I do today? No, you always, when you wake up, you need to have it clear what you need to get done that day. So now you have the foundation right in terms of your routine. Now we need to get some starting capital to start with e-commerce. We're going to start of course with e-commerce, because I think in 2026 e-commerce is the best business model out there, especially now with AI. It's so much easier than years before. Of course now there's more competition, but there's way more info available, and it's way more easy to make your website, to write copy, to make ads, because you have all these AI tools that you can use. And to make an ad right now, you can make it in a few minutes, while before it sometimes even took days, because you needed to do everything yourself with Canva, write everything out yourself, build a website yourself, and now you can just use these AI tools for it. So first we have to start with the side job, the same as how I did myself when I started out. I have 3 options that I would go for. Option 1 is becoming an AI ad creator. You can also do this on Upwork. You know why this is such a good job. First of all, because you learn a lot with AI. You can just get a membership on a Vendro AI, on a Image Art, or other websites that use like Nano Banana and Seedream. And what you then can do is start with Fiverr or start to look in your network or e-commerce communities. And there are so many entrepreneurs that need more ad creatives. And nowadays, to get UGC yourself without AI, it would cost maybe $200 per video on average. While if you can make like AI ad creatives, for example, for $50 per video, that's a big opportunity, you know. I would recommend to do that because then you also already learn a lot about AI and making ad creatives. Option 2 is become a Uber Eats delivery driver. This earns also quite good. You can earn like from 10 to like $25 an hour, but it's very solid at a young age, you know. And you can do it in your own time, planning your own days, be very flexible, and you don't even need to have like a car for this. You can also do it, for example, with a electric bicycle or like a motor. And option 3 is, and that's the same option that I did when I was young, and that is cleaning. I cleaned holiday homes. I also cleaned dishes in a restaurant, because like this is something that people will not automate now with robots, you know. So still people need a lot of cleaners. Also cleaner for their house, cleaning for the cars. So if you become cleaner, it's very easy to earn good money with it. Because imagine in Miami, for example, to hire a cleaner for your house, you pay like $200 to clean maybe like 3-4 hours. Imagine if you clean 2 houses a day and you do this 5 days a week, you know, you can earn like a few $1,000s a month. What's really not bad. The same with car cleaning, you know. But the good thing with e-commerce is that you don't need a very big budget, because we're not going to buy inventory. We're just going to start with branded dropshipping, and for branded dropshipping you only need to have money to build out your website. Next to that, of course, you need to test different products. So most of the money goes into that and not into buying stuff. So now you have a solid routine and you have starting capital. Now it's time for step 2, and that is finding your market. Finding the market is very important in e-commerce, because if you're in a market that's just not good for you, it's very hard to make sales. So then you might have the question, how do I find the right market? Because for a lot of people in the beginning this is overwhelming, but it's quite easy. So what we want to do is we want to use Facebook Ad Library. Facebook Ad Library, you can type it in on Google. It's just pretty much the ad library of Facebook and Meta, so Instagram, Facebook, where you can see all the ads that are getting advertised. So you go there, you click on active ads, and then you can type in search words. You can type things in like free shipping, you can type in deal. There are thousands of keywords you can type in. You can simply use like a ChatGPT model for it to get like the right type words. Next to that, you can also search on brands. You can type in brands like Icon, you can type in your other favorite brands or supplement brands, and you can see exactly what kind of ads other brands are running. So with this you can do very good market research, because you can see all the ads that are getting run online. And what you then want to do is you want to look for brands that have like a lot of ads live in their ad library. So what is for me like a lot, let's say between 200 and like a few thousand ads live. You know, there are some brands that even have 5,000 ads live. I think we with Icon have maybe like 400 active ads live. So what you want to do is you want to look for brands that have a lot of active ads live, and then going to look which niche I want to start in. And what I recommend is to go for a niche that solves a big problem, because how bigger the problem is that people want to fix, how more quick they put a impulse buy on your website. So if you have a product that solves like knee pain, or it can be headache, or it can be a certain other issue that people have, it can even be maybe with like cutting vegetables, you know. So if you find a product that solves a big problem, you can very good advertise it, going double down on that pain point. Also, you don't want to go for a untapped market where you don't see like many people advertise in or seeing many brands, because it's better in the beginning when you don't have like a lot of know-how to go for a proven market, a market where you see a lot of brands being active in and it's already proven, instead of that you're going to look for this one untapped market that nobody's advertising in. It makes you way harder, you know, because you don't see many brands in that untapped market for a reason, because it's maybe more difficult to go into that market. In the beginning it's very important to test a bit more broad, so make sure that your niche is a bit more general, and within your niche it's then very important to test different personas, different pain points and different angles, and then you just need to see what sticks and what works for you. And if you see, for example, all the time when you launch these different angles, personas, that for example older men are working, go then double down on that and go more niche specific instead of keeping it broad. Like, it's very important to first get results in and then go niche down on a certain market that works for you. Also, I get a lot of most of the times the question, in which country should I start? I always recommend to start in the country where you're from. So if you're American, start in the American market. If you're German, start in the German market. If you're Dutch, start in the Dutch market, because you know how the people buy, how the people act, what the people like, what the people wear. So it's way easier to get traction in the market where you already have understanding from, instead of that you start in a complete new market where people act different, people buy different. So it's just the easiest to go in the market where you're from, and later, once you're doing well, to expand afterwards. So step 3 is sourcing and supply chain. Of course, the business model that we're in is branded dropshipping, and for the people that don't know how dropshipping works like this. You of course build out your website, you do the marketing, you sell the product, people buy a product on your website, but instead of that you buy inventory yourself and ship, for example, yourself the product out, you work with a supplier, or we call it agent in China, that ships out the product for you. So you don't need to pay money upfront to buy inventory. You just get an order, and once the customer places an order on your website, you place the order at the agent, and the agent ships out the product from China directly to the customer at the other side of the world. It can be everywhere, it can be America, it can be Europe, it doesn't matter where you sell, but the product gets shipped from China to the customer wherever he lives. So now of course you have your niche, and within niche you are going to find winning products with the Facebook ad library, and of course you need to source these products as well. So there are a few ways how to source these products. Number 1 is using AliExpress. It's a alright option, but AliExpress is better if you just ship out one product, for example, when you're just starting out. But we want to test as many products as possible to find the winning product, so it's better to work with an agent. How can you get an agent? An agent you can get, for example, very easy if you're like in our community with Millionaire Commerce, or if you network with other dropshippers and they straight away would give you an agent. Maybe when you're starting out right now and you don't have access to this community yet, then I recommend to use platforms like CA Dropshipping. You can work with multiple agents on there. So if a customer orders a product on your website, it will automatically get shipped out by the agent to the customer. And of course, in the beginning, it's a bit harder to find the best agent there is available, because you don't have orders yet. And if you don't have orders yet, the best agents in the world don't want to work with you yet, because they of course want to work with people that already do good numbers, such as me or my students, you know. So once you get like your orders in, and you get like 10 orders, 20 orders a day, 30 orders a day, it's very easy to get like a good agent, because you already have leverage, because there are not many agents that want to do their best for you when they know you will not bring in cash for them directly. So in the beginning it's perfectly fine to work with CJ Dropshipping or work with AliExpress. Like, it's fine for the beginning orders, and then later, once you have proof of concept and the orders start to get in, it's very easy to find even better quality products that you don't find on AliExpress, and also to fix custom packaging. But in the beginning that's not important. In the beginning it's just important to get the orders in, and later you can always improve your products, get custom packaging once you have proof of concept. So guys, having a little breakfast, as you see, very busy with work, you know. On Monday, it's Monday, we have so many calls scheduled, so I just had a management meeting with my team, talking about our performance. Also had a meeting with my COO about like things we need to change to even improve our performance better. And I can show you guys quickly like how our performance is currently. Here you see yesterday, so it was Sunday, we did 164k euros in revenue, so I think like 180k in dollars. The day before we did, on Saturday, we also did 162k, and the day we won 177k in revenue. As you see, with a very good conversion rate, very good performance. Like this month, I think we will end around 3 million in revenue. So this will be a very good month for us, but we also have bad months sometimes, you know. It's not always that our performance is amazing. I also had days that we were unprofitable. We also had months that we were unprofitable, and that's just what business is all about. Never goes straight like this to the top. You have good days, you have bad days, but as long as you every day put the work in, and you're consistent, and you are always open to learn, because if you don't try to learn new things and just want to maintain, then you will just fall off and go down. So you always need to keep improving your business, keep improving yourself as an entrepreneur, get more knowledgeable, and ups and downs will always happen. Then before you know, in a few years you can also do these results, you know. If I can do like almost 200k in revenue in one day. Why can't you do 100K revenue in 1 month? It's like, if we can do these numbers, you can do the same numbers in a month, 100%. You know, we're not the smartest kid. We just always put the work in, and yeah, we did more than most average people, you know, because if you want to have above average results, you need to do above average things. So please note that if you want to achieve your dream life, you also need to make sacrifices for that. Skip some people, skip some parties, and just put the work effort in. And if you do, you can within no time have results like this per month with your branded dropshipping store, you know, because yeah, with AI nowadays, it's even more easier than ever to do these kinds of results, because you can optimize so many things with AI. You can make, for example, ads with like Vendro very easy. Next to that, you can build out your website with Lovable, use Claude to ask questions, build out your brand identity. But later in this video, we will go a bit deeper into that. E-commerce, you know, that's the opportunity. Now we're on the way to the gym. Let's have a great workout. The gym is like 15 minutes away, a very nice gym, also with a outside area to take a cold plunge or to go into the sauna. But yeah, what we were talking about, the most important thing, and that's like setting your store up so you can scale to 100K a month in revenue. So we're now at step 5, and step 5 is building your store and brand identity. And nowadays you can do this very easy compared to before, because now of course you have a market where you want to sell. You also have of course your specific niche that you want to sell, not that specific, but for example your niche can be certain supplements, it can be home goods, it can be pretty much everything. So what you now want to do is open Claude or open ChatGPT and ask it, help me building out my brand identity, and ask me questions. Then Claude or ChatGPT is going to ask you questions regarding your brand identity. Hey, what do you want to stand for? What products do you sell? What colors do you like? What do you want to stand for as a brand, etc, etc. So it will ask you so many questions to build out like your brand identity and your brand guidelines. Once you have done that, it's very easy to build out your logo. You can also use AI tools such as Nano Banana, etc. to build out your logo. Or you can just go to Upwork and hire a designer to make a logo for you for example, $50 or $100. You can do it for so cheap nowadays. Okay, now you have like your full brand identity, your brand guidelines, your logo, your colors. And now you want to build out your Shopify store. So you can just go to Shopify, you can get a subscription on it. You can first, like, I think start your first month for pretty much free, and afterwards you can of course pay a monthly fee, but it isn't much. So you have a few options to build out your store. Option 1 is build it out yourself completely, doing everything yourself. That's not what I recommend, because nowadays you have so many AI tools that can help you build out your store. Option 2 is use AI tools. That's the option I would go for, and then I would use like AI apps such as Lovable. You can also do things with Claude, and you have so many other tools nowadays. The tools are endless. And then the last option is to get a designer. To be honest, that's the best option you can do, but it will cost some money to get a good designer to design your store. Let's say you pay around between $500 and $2,000 for that, for a good designer. So that's also a very good option. If you don't want to spend that money, you can just build it out yourself with AI. And if you have certain things that you want to add to your website, such as guarantees or reviews at a certain place, or like edit your picture in a different way, or you want to have something unique at your website what's very hard to edit yourself, then you can just go to Fiverr, Upwork, and hire a developer there. And you can just hire a very cheap Pakistani or like Indian developer. Shout out to you guys, you're fucking good at your job. And then you can let them do it. Because imagine when I started out with e-commerce, I also had one developer. His name was Anish. I still work with him to this day. I found him on Upwork, and then I hired him for some drop shipping stuff. He was just living, I think, in India, just doing his job there. He didn't earn much money, just a little bit of money on Upwork. And then he did a very good job for me, and he did so many things for me, my brother. And then we were like, okay, we built out this big community of people. We built out this coaching company, and they also need developers. So I recommended this developer Anish to so many people, to people in my network, to students of me, to in communities, to so many people. And imagine now he's living the life, you know. He has like a team working under him of 50 people. He really blow up, you know. So now he's also traveling around the world. He's messaging me, yo Ruben, I'm in Dubai, you want to link up? He makes good money, you know.
imagine going from just doing developing work yourself in India or Pakistan to now having a team of 50 people working for you, and you have traveled to Australia, to Dubai, America. Yeah, mad respect. So he didn't give me any affiliate fee, but no, he deserves it. So yeah, and just otherwise get a developer, guys. If you already have some money, just go for a developer, because your store will turn out way nicer. So people might ask me now, like, Ruben, how does my website need to look? What do I need to have on there? It's very easy. First of all, you need to always build trust. How can you build trust would then be the question. You can build trust in multiple ways. One of the ways is reviews. So make sure that you have reviews on your store. And next to that, you want to have like the right payment methods. You also want to deliver guarantees. For example, 14-day money back guarantee. You can also do 30-day, depends on what product you sell. So those things are very important. Next to that, content is key, guys. So make sure that you have amazing product pictures. And now you think like, how can I get amazing product pictures? Because like my supplier doesn't have great images. I don't see great images online. I don't see them on AliExpress. Nowadays, of course, you have AI. So it's very easy to make very good product pictures. So just use like AI tools such as Vendro. That's amazing, where you can create amazing product pictures with, because like Vendro uses like Nano Banana, and pretty much all the AI tools use like Nano Banana or Seedream. Even we with Icon sometimes make AI product pictures for on the website. If you, for example, have a new color and we didn't have time to shoot it yet, we can just use a different picture and change the color with AI. Easy as that. And that's also how you should use it, you know. And you can just add reference pictures of other websites that have very good pictures and add it to it, and you can really make pictures as if they are shot by a very professional photographer that you paid like 10k for. So it's really important that you optimize AI. The same as pictures for your banner, for example, you can also make them with AI, or you can have like certain stock images that you can also use, because you should never forget that people buy products based on what they see online, because they don't have it in their hand, they cannot try it out, they cannot smell it, they cannot feel it, so they buy it based on what they see online in terms of your pictures and in terms of your text, your copies, because like your copy is also so important. And this is also something a lot of people underestimate. They just think, I need to have some good pictures, some guarantees, and that's it, and the product description I just straight away copy and paste from ChatGPT. No, that doesn't work like that. Like, it's so important that you know yourself also a little bit how to copyright or how a good copy looks, because when I started with e-commerce, I write it out all my copies myself, from the product description to the ad copy to everything, you know, and I became really good at copywriting. So it's very important with copywriting that you take away certain objections that people have. If you sell a certain product that's for multiple occasions, so you can, for example, say this product is for if you're going to lunch, if you're going to dinner, if you're going to date night, if you go to the office, then somebody that wants to buy it for the office thinks like, hey, this is also for the office, I should get this product. So you should also think like that, you know. So don't be that lazy fucker that just puts in ChatGPT, write the product description and straight away copy it. No, you can write it with ChatGPT. That's also how I do it right now. I've write out so many things with ChatGPT, but you need to do prompting in the right way. So go to other brands or competitors that you look up to, copy their copy, put it in ChatGPT, and then say, hey, make the copy in the same style as these brands, and then for my product. Then you straight away know, okay, this is a $1 billion brand where I copied from, this is the same style of product they sell. Okay, the copy will be good. Instead of that you just say, write copy for my product. Like, of course the copy will be alright, but it will not be spot on. That's the most important thing with AI, guys. What you give it is what you get. So if you give it shit information, you also get shit images, because you didn't give it the right prompting and information. But if you take your time to build out a good prompt to give it, then the result will also be amazing and you will see the difference straight away. That's why it's also important that you build out this master prompt in AI about yourself. So for example, my AI tool that I use, like, it doesn't matter if I use ChatGPT or Claude, knows everything about me, because I made a master prompt about myself, about my personality, who I am, what I stand for, what kind of businesses I have, what kind of revenues I do. He knows things about the family members that I have. Like, I give my LLM so much information because I know if I give it so much information, I get better answers out of it and I can use it in a better way. So make sure that you also optimize your LLM, so a ChatGPT and Claude, in the best way and give it the best information, because then the results will also be the best. So guys, little back workout. I love training back, you know. I need to get a big back. No, training is going well. Really feeling well in the gym lately. A lot of power. I'm still quite lean. I'm now around 87 kilograms. I want to go to that 19 kilograms shredded, but it will take some more time. But we are getting there. We are getting there. So wearing the Icon activewear, as you see. It's solid. It's like activewear does well for us, but it's not our main focus, you know. It's more something on the side because we as a brand are focused on like casual wear, slim fit. We sell a lot of jeans, a lot of trousers, a lot of sweaters, jackets. So activewear is something more on the side, you know. That's what I was talking about to you. Like you need to focus on a specific niche, and like activewear is also one niche. But now we sell activewear because we went more broad. But when Icon started, we went very niche, you know. We went focusing on like more gym guys or guys that like to work out, that wanted slim fit pants that really fitted well around the legs and had a lot of stretch. Because a big problem back then people had, they couldn't find pants with a lot of stretch in it, you know. So that's how Icon came about, because back then me and my brother were also training a lot, and yeah, we just wanted these stretchy slim fit pants, and yeah, that's how my brother started Icon, you know. And now if you look at Icon, you see that we're way more general. We want to attract a way bigger audience, and that's how you should do it. In the beginning you should always go more niche. That's why I said to you guys, okay, you can start testing first a bit broad, okay, but once you see what's working, straight away niche down to that specific group of people. So that specific group of people really feels hurt because of your brand. A certain niche can, for example, be activewear for guys that like anime and go to the gym. You know, then you're really niche because not every gym guy likes anime. I don't watch anime, you know, I've never watched it. So if you have a brand, for example, around anime and gym, then you are like very niche down on that specific area. And then if they see an ad of your product around anime and gym, then somebody that's in that niche thinks, ah, fuck, this brand is sick, this is for me. And then they straight away buy. And once you're expanding into the millions and millions, then you want to broaden out like your audience. The same, look at Gymshark. Gymshark really started as a gym brand for like these die-hard gym guys that trained every day, full on steroids, people going fucking crazy. And now you see that they expanded and went more general, you know. Now there are grandmas walking into Gymshark. There are kids walking into Gymshark. There are fat guys walking into Gymshark. Well, in the beginning, Gymshark was just for these fucking gym dudes that were roided as fuck and you're training their ass off, you know. But that's what it's about, you know. And with the same we did with Icon, and that's the same how you should do it with your business. Value, brother, value, 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 value for you guys. Everybody winning in 2026. It's more easy than ever to make money with e-commerce. There's all fucking opportunity in the world. If you don't utilize e-commerce and AI nowadays, you're left behind, you know? The same for all e-com entrepreneurs that are now not doing anything with AI. They're fucking stupid, you know? You will just be left behind because there will be a competitor that does the same thing as you. Plus on top of that, he will optimize his business with AI, and then he will outwin you, you know? Also look at this brand Medvi. It's a brand selling like health products such as Ozempic, testosterone, or whatsoever, like all these health products in America, and it's like a drop shipping brand. They're like the middleman because they work together with like these pharmacies that give out like these Ozempic and these weight loss products. But he's just a middleman. He just makes a storefront and does a lot of marketing. And in his second year, he did more than 2 billion in revenue, you know. In his first year, I think he did like 500 million in revenue. Second year, more than 1 billion. And imagine, he's the only one in his company together with his brother. He doesn't have any employees. He did everything with AI. He did the website pictures with AI. He did the product pictures with AI. He did his ads with AI. He did everything with AI. The website building, he does his customer service automation with AI. Like everything you can think of in an e-com company, what I talked about today, he did with AI. Those are the results, you know, scaling in 2 years to 1 billion in revenue. So if he does 1 billion in revenue, why can you not do 1 million in revenue, you know? It's not that he's the smartest guy. It's not that you're the most stupidest guy. There's opportunity for everybody, you know? I have to say the guy did a little bit of black hat, to be honest, because if you've seen that guy's his ad, you were like, no, you cannot do that. Because he did whitelisting ads with like fake doctors. So for example, he put like Dr. John Derry, and then you see this fake doctor talking, yeah, my clients lost 20 kilograms because of this product, you know? Like it's real black hat, you cannot do that shit. So that's why he scaled up so fast, because he had crazy volume in terms of ad creatives. And next to that, he also made a lot of fake claims, you know, like losing weight, getting more libido, like claims that as a normal supplement company, you cannot make, you know? And he made them. So that's why he now also has a lawsuit. I think pretty much he will just pay off the lawsuit like 20, 30 million, and he will still have hundreds of millions, you know? But I have respect for him as an entrepreneur to set something up from nothing in 2 years and scale it to like 1 billion in revenue is
mind-blowing. And you guys that are watching now this video should think, fuck man, if that guy is doing it, I also have to do it, you know, because you're not more stupid than him. That's why I'm so fucking hungry to teach you guys this, because of course my life has changed because of e-commerce, but back then I didn't even knew AI yet. So imagine you guys are now in the same opportunity as me, but it's even bigger with AI. So also if you want to have any help from me with your e-com business and don't want to make all the mistakes I made in the beginning or the mistakes you will make because you will start out and you don't know much, then just send me a DM with e-com. I'm responding pretty much to all my DMs. Then we will check if you qualify to get into our coaching, because we only want hardworking people, people that really put the effort in, and not just people that look for a quick win without putting the real work in. Just finished my training, very good session, a little bit of back, abs and a little bit of bicep. Now let's quickly go in the sauna, like for maximum 10 minutes, ice bath, and then I'm fully aligned, you know. I'm already fully aligned, but then I'm even more aligned. You know, I don't like to go in the sauna for too long because I noticed that sauna isn't the best for my immune system. And you might ask, like, why sauna is the best for everybody? When I go in the sauna, my body doesn't cool down in the best way, even though I go in the ice tub. So imagine if I go late in the afternoon or in the evening in the sauna and I go there in quite some time, then I cannot sleep at night. My heart rate goes up like too much and my body is overheated. So that's why if I go in the sauna like now, I think it's like already in the afternoon, I just go in very short, then I go in the ice tub. That's enough because I want to have a good sleep. But for everybody it's different. For some people, if they go to the sauna, they sleep amazing. But if I go in the sauna later in the afternoon, my body doesn't cool down, I don't sleep good and my HRV drops like very low, and that's not good for my health. So always know your body, you know. What works for somebody else doesn't mean that has to work for you, and that's with everything in life, you know. Same with e-commerce. That I do fashion doesn't mean you need to sell fashion. Feel the pain in your muscles. Freezing, really cold. Normally it's not as cold as today, man. Fuck. Oh fuck, the curly key is still in my pocket. No, I'm joking. Refreshed. The best thing there is, you know, having a good workout, going in the sauna, ice tub, best feeling, guys. Better than sex. No, I'm joking. Otherwise everybody would be in the gym. No, but of course it's an amazing feeling when you're a longer period of time, very consistent. So every day when you eat good, train good, like you work hard, then you get momentum, you know. Sorry, the train is coming, but this is also something you guys shouldn't forget. It's so important to get into the momentum with everything you do. The same, for example, if you start with training and you do it a few times a week, it's very hard. You need to push yourself all the time. You think every time, I don't want to go. It's so hard, but once you start doing it consistently every day, it's just rhythm, it's just momentum, it goes easily, you know. And the same is it with e-commerce and business. If you every day work on your to-dos, it becomes way more easy because you're used to putting in the heavy work, you know. So how more you do it, how easier it gets and how more success you get. Doing a little evening walk here, had a very productive day. Just you saw that we had a good gym session as well. So I'm drinking here a little energy drink. Also, for example, this brand Blue, this brand started as a fitness brand that made pre-workout for women that went to the gym and did weight training. So it was a very specific niche because I think at that time not many women did like hard weight training. So it was like a core niche. And then they didn't even sold like energy drink. They sold pre-workout, like creatine, protein, just the basic stuff, and they were really dialed in on that niche, and they got so many people to buy their products. Also they sold like different products, I think like waistbands and whatsoever from that niche that they were selling. Because they did amazing results in that specific niche that they were selling, they expanded, so they start to expand into a broader niche. So then they went more wide, and for example now you can buy their products in like all supermarkets, all locations here in America. You can order it online, it's crazy. And the product that they started with, that's not not even their best-selling product, you know. Now these are their best-selling product, just sort of healthy energy drink. Also, if you look at the packaging, it looks very friendly. It straight away says 0% sugar. Also, it says like natural energy, boost metabolism, supports mood. That are amazing claims to make, you know. And that's what you want to do with your website as well. Make sure that you have information on there that promotes people to place an order. So the same with this, as you see this in the supermarket and you see like no sugar, natural energy, boost metabolism, then somebody thinks, hey, I need to buy that, that's for me. And you should do the same thing. And I always get the question, Ruben, how do I make sales? How do I advertise? And of course, marketing is the most important thing in your company, because without marketing, how will you make sales? So we are of course going to do marketing through paid ads. In 2026, paid ads is still the way to go. I wouldn't go into the organic, maybe later at a later stage, but when I really need to get my money up, when I start from zero all over again. And also what I recommend for you guys is just straight away start to focus on paid ads, because with paid ads, if you have a paid ad that's working, you can just scale up the budgets and make more money. While with organic, it's way more inconsistent, because for example, you're dependent on how many times people post, how many times you post. While with ads, you just need to focus on making good ad creatives and scaling up the budget. The question you guys now have is like, what is the best advertising strategy for Facebook? The best ad strategy, in my opinion, is keep it broad. I will put like a ad strategy here in the screen that you guys can use. It's like a very easy testing strategy. So just one CBO, you put one ad set in there, and then you put 3 ad creatives in there. And every ad creative should have a different persona or different angle / pain point, you know. This is really important, because you don't want to start testing a product and then that you straight away make 3 the same type of ads. It's very important that you have a different persona, a different pain point, because then you can straight away see which persona or pain point works well for that product. And once that's working well, you can just make more ad creatives on that persona and you can scale up the budget. In this video, I will not dive deeper into ad strategy and ads, but if you want to see that more of me, type that in the comments. I can make a separate video about that. So now I found an ad and angle that's working, so I go double down on that in terms of ad creatives. So I would use Vendro.ai to make ad creatives. You just take a subscription, then you can make statics in there. So for example, what you can do, you do your research in the ad library, and then you found other winning creatives for other people. You can simply copy them, put them as reference into Vendro or other AI platform that you use. Yeah, then just add the benefits of your product, add the product picture in there. Within a few seconds, you have like 5 different ads, you know. And for video ads, I would also use Vendro, or you can use like Midjourney or Runway. And next to that, you want to use 11 Labs for the voiceovers, because if you want to make a sort of UGC style video, it's very easy to make a voiceover with 11 Labs. You can choose the language, you can choose the accent. There you go, you know, easy as that. It's so easy nowadays to make good ad creatives, and everybody can do it. So once you find the right persona and pain point that's working for you, you really want to go double down on that. Make sure that you also optimize your website for that specific persona and pain point. So in terms of banner images, that the banner images are, for example, people that look like that persona. In terms of unique selling points that you put on your product page, they should be directly targeting that persona, etc., etc. Just your whole fucking website needs to be aiming on that persona, and then you can go double down on it. And now I would get the ask, yeah, but Ruben, my ads are not working, or what if it's not working? That's very normal. When I first started testing out products with e-com, with dropshipping, of course, my first product also wasn't a winner, but it's very important that you consistently test new products every day, new angles, new products. You know, you will never find your first winning product of the first day that you start with e-commerce. It just takes more time. That's what it took for me, and that's what it took for all my students. That's also what it took for my brother. And you just need to be patient with it and just put the work effort in every day. And then it's just waiting before you find your first winner. It can be after a week, it can be after a month, it can be after 6 months. But as long as you put the work effort in it, you will find that winning product. If you want to become a pro footballer, that also doesn't happen with one training. You need to do it day in, day out, and that's the same with e-commerce. But it's easier to become a multi-millionaire with e-commerce than as a pro footballer. I can guarantee you that. And of course, you also need to fail before you learn. How will you become a successful e-commerce entrepreneur without failing? Because if you don't fail, you don't know what's working or what's not working. And because you, for example, advertise products and they're failing, then you know, okay, this is not working for a reason. And then you start to test a different angle or a different product. And that's the beautiful journey of an entrepreneur. You learn by your failures. If I never made any failure, I would never never be standing where I'm standing today. The result of all these failures that happened in my life and overcoming these obstacles is my life that you see today. Because without all those failures, this would never be possible. Every failure that you have in your business will make you so much smarter. So just trust in the process and know that all these obstacles are there for a reason. So now we are at step 6. I already told you how to find the right product, how to do market research, how to build a website, how to test products, and you now found your first winning product. And now it's time to scale that product. But before we want to scale this product, it's very important that we put operations first. Because if you now go scale without the right operations and without the right structure, then I can bet my money on it that you will fail in no time, because I experienced this myself as well, you know. It's very important once you have a product that's doing well to straight away do quality checks, and if the quality is not good, you can just look for a different agent because you already do some sales. So the better agents and the better suppliers want to work with you. So once these quality checks are done, it's time to scale. And how are we going to scale? And that is by more volume. So more volume in terms of ad creatives. We are going to make ad creatives with AI, so of course video ads, photo ads. Next to that, we're going to work with real user-generated content creators. So what we are going to do is a lot of outreach. We will look on Instagram, TikTok. We can also use apps like Calo Data to find the right creators, and we are going to do mass outreach. What we can do first, because of course our brand or the thing that we're building is not very popular or known yet. So first I recommend to just pay creators per video. Once that's going well and results start to flow in, then we can put creators on a performance bonus fee. Of course we pay them a certain amount per video, but on top of that they can also earn more money in terms of how much more we spend on their ads, how much money they are making. So this is a great incentive for them to make videos for us on a monthly basis, because this will be our goal. We want to build out this big pool of creators that every month make video ads for us, or photo ads as well, because we do the same thing with Icon. And that's very important, because if you want to scale to high numbers, the most important thing, next to of course having a great website, great product, is to have a lot of creatives that you can advertise. Also, one tip I want to give is you don't always need to work with creators or AI. You can also make ads yourself, and that's also what I did in the beginning, and I still do to this day. Because imagine with our Black Friday sale, one of the best ads we had, I made myself, were just founder ads. You as a founder talking about your product, what are the benefits of your product, how the product has changed your life, and those ads are very organic, and that's why they work so well. Because nowadays there are so many ads that people advertise that are so overproduced, like the highest quality content, but that doesn't mean those ads perform the best, because the best performing ads are always the one that feels the most organic, that feel the most authentic, that feel real. And that's really important. And you as a founder, you can really express your feeling in the best way about your product, for example, instead of a creator that just does it for the money. So that's why I also recommend you guys, once you start to produce ads yourself as well, just film it with your iPhone. You know, it's very easy to make amazing content with your iPhone, and also the iPhone content performs better than the high quality camera content, even though most people think, yeah, the higher the quality the better. No, because the iPhone content feels more organic, feels more authentic. That's the reason. Also, if you look on Instagram Reels, most Reels you see are all filmed with iPhone. So now we improved our creative output. So now what we're also going to scale up is our website, and that doesn't mean we are going to make more websites. No, that means we are going to test different landing pages. And how I am going to do this is I will do this with listicles. So for example, a listicle, it looks like a real article that can, for example, 5 reasons why this pants is the best, or 5 reasons why everybody's now ordering this supplement. And in this landing page you can go very deep on the pain points, how this product improves somebody's life, what the unique selling points are. You can also put reviews there, and it comes across very organic. And next to that, we just try to make the customer warm and take away all their objections that they have about the product. And on this page you put a very attractive offer that you later people send to your website. So people don't buy on this funnel, no, people buy on your website. So from this landing page they go to your website, and on your website of course you have it also fully optimized and all the benefits on there and everything we talked about earlier in this video, and then people will check out of course on your website. And now we're finally scaling, so we have to build out the backend. And you must ask, why, Ruben, do we need to build out the backend?
and that is because we want to have returning customers. We don't just want somebody to order once and doesn't come back. Then your business will slowly go down because it will be harder and harder to attract new customers, because the easiest customers you attract will not buy anymore because they have already bought, and it will be harder and more costly to attract new customers, because to be honest, you don't have a real brand if you don't have returning customers. Imagine Icon would not even exist if we don't have returning customers, because on our first purchase we're a lot of the times not even profitable, but we're profitable because the customers come back already a week after, they order again, or a month later they order again. Our lifetime value is very high because people like the product and come back for it, and because of that we don't need to always advertise so much to get a customer in, because once you have a customer in once, you can retarget them with email flows, you can retarget them with email campaigns, and because of that you can get orders in what costs you zero money. Imagine with our Black Friday sale we have certain emails that do more over $250,000, like one email campaign, just because it are returning customers that we advertise with a good deal, and you can do the same. So it's very important that we're going to build out the back end. So first of all, of course, we set up the email flows. Next to that, we're going to optimize our customer service, and we're going to do this with Gorgias. Gorgias is a customer service app that we also use ourselves with Icon. It's an amazing app because you can put very easy templates in there. So in the customer service you will always get like a lot of frequently asked questions like where's my order, or like how can I return, and in Gorgias you can put these automations in with these templates. So you can make templates what you can send to the customers, and you can automate them so it will get sent out automatically, so you don't need to handle all the customer service yourself, and you don't even need to have like a customer service employee. We have many of them, of course, because there's so many questions that a automation cannot reply. But if you build this out in the best possible way, you might not even need customer service employees, but I always recommend to have like real people, real customer service employees as well, especially once you're scaling to high numbers. The other employee I would recommend you to hire is a website manager, somebody that control like everything you do in terms of website and make sure that the contact with the agent is right, so the right products are getting shipped out, and yeah, you can focus on the most important things in your business, and that is most of the time the marketing. The third employee I would hire is a marketing assistant or a product lister. So for example, somebody that can help with the ads, somebody that can put like products on your website, somebody that can write copy. You just want somebody that's good in marketing and can also add products to your website and make these listings ready, because that can sometimes take up quite a lot of time. I love to do it, you know. I think working on your website, working on the marketing is the most fun thing there is. So of course in the beginning you don't need to hire any employees, guys. But a little disclaimer, guys, the things I'm talking right now, you don't need to get that from the start. So from the start you can do everything yourself. You can make your first money all alone. You don't need any employees. But I'm talking if you really want to scale later to these bigger numbers and you're going to do 100k a month, then it's good to have like one customer service employee, one marketing assistant that can help you. But don't get overwhelmed. All these things that I talk about right now in terms of hiring, softwares, whatsoever, that's not per se needed in the beginning. But once the orders are coming in, you of course want to improve the backend. And then the last step I would take is taking a mentor. Taking a mentor is so important, guys. This is the biggest mistake I made when I was starting out with e-commerce. I thought I will do this all alone. I don't need anybody to help me. I don't want help of my brother. I don't want help of nobody. I'm going to do and figure out everything myself. And I did, but it took way longer than my journey. I know I would way quicker be successful and have way bigger results if I got a mentor from the start. But of course, I just thought I will find everything out myself. But that's why I recommend all of you guys to get a mentor, especially if you have a bit of cash flow. And I really would recommend with your side job to build up cash flow to get a mentor, because it will really be worth it. Because of course, this video can be quite overwhelming because I give so much information, because I'm already very far with e-commerce, as you guys know. But I still want to make it accessible for you guys. But that's why I know a lot of people watching this video will get overwhelmed. I would really recommend to get a mentor, because if you have a mentor, you don't make all these beginning mistakes. Because of course you watch this video now and you're starting out and you get overwhelmed. You think, fuck, what do I need to do? Or is this the right thing? Or is this a bad thing? Or is this product good? Or is this a product bad? Well, if you have a mentor looking over your shoulders, what we do with Millionaire Commerce, the journey is way easier. That's why you see all these results we're doing with Millionaire Commerce that are out out of this world. Guys doing a few 100K in their first months, guys doing millions. Like, it's really insane. We have the best coaching program in the world, and that's all because we really keep you accountable. We look over your shoulders. We make sure that you don't make all these mistakes that we made, because we practice what we preach, guys. Like, this is so important. We have the best coaching program because I share all the value that I have, that I work on every day with Icon. All the tips and tricks I implemented in my own business, I give them away to you guys watching this video right now, but even more in detail to my students. So with a coach, everything will be so much easier because you have a solution for everything. Because what you will see will happen is that your ad account will get blocked, or that you have a certain other issue, or you need a new supplier. And if you don't have coaching, you need to find all these solutions out yourself. And the earlier you get a mentor, the less money you waste, you know, because of course you will test out a lot of products, you will test so many different things, and it's normal in business to learn or find a winning product, to lose sometimes some money. So if you have a coach, this is way less. But of course, guys, I don't want to push you getting a mentor. I'm just sharing what I would do if I was in your position, because I've seen it all, you know. But I'm not saying you cannot do e-commerce without the coach. You can do it, and I know you will get success, especially you are watching that are motivated as fuck. I know you will get success, but it just takes longer. So if you are willing to accept it, it's fine. But if you really want a shortcut, then scan this QR code I will put here on the screen, and then we'll see if you are eligible to get coached by us. And otherwise, if you have any questions for me about e-com or our coaching, then you can always DM me, and I will try to answer your guys' questions as soon as possible. So thank you guys for watching to this video. I hope this has helped a lot. I really did my best to give you as much information as possible. I know it can be overwhelming sometimes. It was also for me when I started out with e-commerce. But once you dive deep into this and use AI in the best way, I know you guys will scale to your first 100K month very quickly, and after that it's going to the millions, you know, because that's what's possible with e-commerce. I already lived my life beyond I ever thought was possible. I've never dreamed of this because I only thought you could make it as a footballer or an artist, but there's so much more opportunity in business, in e-commerce, and I want all of you guys watching this right now to experience the same. That's why I'm also giving so much information, because I'm doing this for my younger self, you know, because when I was young there was nobody giving out this information. I hope you guys love this video. Subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, RUUB, and I can't wait to see your guys' e-com stores, and yeah, let's scale all of them up together. Thank you guys for watching. Ciao, ciao.